Hey, what's up everybody? It's ya boy again, Unseen Assassin, and welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. In the last episode you haven't quite seen yet, I'm actually not going to give a lot of details in the last episode because last episode was easily one of the most dramatic, chaotic episodes up to date. I know I say it a lot, but last episode is nothing short of incredible action and drama. We found out who the killer was for the Nagito Komaeda case, and also we found out a way to get into the ruins. A lot of things happened. I'm not going to give too much details. If you want to see what happened, go to the last video. It explains all that happened so far. But pretty much, we're in the ruins right now. It's very interesting where we're at right now. We don't know if we're in the middle of the ruins, we're at the ruins. But all in all, we're going to figure out how the hell we're going to get out of here because we still have this choice Monokuma wants to give us if we want to leave or not. We're going to learn all about that in this episode. If you enjoyed this video, then hit that like button and drop a comment down below. It means the world to me. Also, if you want to see any videos in the future, including this series, any videos that I post in the future, hit that subscribe button, hit that notifications bell. It lets you know when I post any videos in the future. And without any further ado, let's continue on with the Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. Alright, from the last episode, we are inside of the gymnasium of the academy that we're stuck in, and the only people left right now, I would suggest going back to the last episode because it's going to show, whoa, there's still glitchiness. We only have myself, Sonia, Fuyuhiko, Akane, and, what's their name? Shoot. Am I forgetting their name? Kazuichi, that's their name. That's all I have left. Huh? That's weird. This is the hallway I walked through to get to the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. Is this Monokuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? I don't know what he's doing, but he keeps doing it over and over again. He's so persistent, but I'm not gonna fall for this trap. There's no way this will make me back down. Yeah, no. From the last, we're tripping out right now. I don't know what the fuck is going on with us. This hallway, there's a strange feeling to it too, no? As if an invisible wall has been erected to limit our movement.
I am concerned.
Is it just me? No, it's not just you. Everyone is, probably experiencing this, but I'm experiencing it pretty bad. We gotta find some... Whoa, what's this down here? The biology room? Well, can't do much about that. Room we can't go into. So where can we go? Pet. Oh, wrong button. Well, can we look at the map? Can't look at our map, because that's Jabberwock Island. We're not really in an area we can actually see. Let's clean that, and yep. So, the dojo. Let's go to the dojo. Interesting, huh? Sakura petals. Is this a dojo? It's full of strange things that make me think there's no way we're inside a school. Perhaps it's a mistake to expect the inside of this building to make sense. So I noticed this immediately. What's this thing? What is this? Is this a manga? The title is Manga for Morons, A History of Hope's Peak Academy by Monokuma. Why is a manga with such a suspicious looking title laying out in the open like this? Let's start with history first, class! Oh god. Hey, reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. And what's the first, you ask? That depends on the person! What? Okay, so just like I thought, Monokuma made this. That totally explains how suspicious it looks. I really want to just ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything that might be a clue on getting out of here, no matter what it is. Alright, let's read it. Alright, the history of Hope's Peak Academy. I picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction of the Hope's Peak Academy history, as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. The story begins with an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy is a government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope Peak Academy's teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Hope Peak Academy isn't just a school for talent, it is also a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope's Peak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress with their research of talent, so they decided to implement a new system. The reserve department, and that's where Hajime comes in. Unlike the main department who scouts for students, the reserve department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal, quote-unquote, faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the reserve department. The expenses and exam fees for the reserve department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, Hope's Peak Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hope's Peak Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only care about the board, or people who only care about the brand. With this, Hope's Peak Academy managed to amass sizable funds and began further research of talent. To create Hope's Peak Academy's earnest wish, a true genius who would become mankind's hope. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right, it was the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy was crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. So what exactly is this incident that we're trying to figure out, huh? The ending was so sudden, like a manga that's suddenly cancelled in the middle of its run. Plus, these phrases mentioned at the end of the manga, the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, these names are so melodramatic, there's no way these incidents could really happen, right? This manga only mentions the names, so I really don't know the details, but no. It'd be a waste of time to wonder about things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga, the reserve department. That department was only built to collect money. I was one of those reserve corps students, correct? Or right?
But hold on!
That's weird! Oh, you're here again.
Shing!
Ah, the thing that's weird is you, of course. Huh?
Hey!
Why did you forget that you're part of the reserve department? The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you entered that you had no talent, right? So, I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that, too. What do you want me to say?
By the way...
Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of those reserve corps students.
I got it!
Or you willingly sealed those memories yourself. Huh? You wanted to become confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memory of what happened. It happens pretty often. Not that I know anything about that, though. Are you saying it's my fault I forgot? That's not it.
Come on!
When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, that's expected of a reserve corps student. Wow. Damn it, what the heck? Whoa, truth bullets. Reserve department has been added. So, I guess we're really gonna have another trial. Now I'm gonna say the final trial of this game, not the freaking 5th trial like I said in the last video. It's armor and a helmet. Did the map developers design this to reflect a Japanese dojo? Interesting. The cherry blossom trees. This cherry tree is in full bloom. It may be a tasteful sight to see blooming cherry trees inside of a dojo, but in this situation, it just looked bizarre. The targeting range. That target seems pretty far away. If the production team had more time, there could have been a minigame here. Wait, what am I saying? Huh? What? There was supposed to be a minigame there, but the production team didn't have enough time. There's a straw post. I guess that means it was used for training. And finally, the training dummies. There are a bunch of wooden lockers here. Each of them has traditional looking woodblock keys sticking out of them. I guess they're just for show. There's nothing particular that looks like a clue. Alright, then let's get out of here then. We're gonna get out of here. So we learned more about us being a reserve student. So we just came from there, and let's go down this way, and oh, hey Kazuichi.
What's going on?
This hallway, it's kind of creepy. I can't go to places that I should be able to go to. It's like some rule is being enforced for no reason. It's like there's an invisible wall or something. Yeah. Very convenient. There's an invisible wall. What the fuck is going on? Alright. So 5A, we can't go, well, we should be able to go back inside there. Because unless, yeah, no, we can't go over there, so we gotta go back to 5A, it looks like. There's gotta be more inside here. Oh, there is! Another book. This is another manga. It's laying on top of a desk. This one is Manga for Morons, The Tragedy of Hope Peak Academy. Huh? Oh god, now we gotta learn more about the tragedy. Wasn't the tragedy of Hope Peak Academy mentioned in the other manga too? It's why Hope Peak Academy went bankrupt, and it was a trigger for the biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history. If I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little more about the incident? Yeah, you will. So read it. Oh, here we go. Now it's getting serious. I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages to see what I could learn about the event known as the tragedy of Hope Peak Academy. The story was made heavy use of outdated, stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is, as the name suggests, the tragedy of Hope Peak Academy occurred at Hope Peak Academy. The key player in that event was a student named Izuru Kamukura. Izuru? Who the? What? Okay. Izuru was a genius. Ugh, I can't say his name right. Izuru was a genius known as a symbol of hope. Hope Peak Academy used all their resources to develop him. Supposedly, Izuru was a genius among geniuses and possessed the various talents. Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope, but that's Nagito, so no, sorry buddy. To protect such rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But Izuru, who was known as the symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. What did he do? 13 students of Hope Peak Academy's student council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. Jesus! However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and concealed the incident as though it never happened. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. That student uncovered what the Academy did, and by making that knowledge public, it stoked the fires of reserve corps students who had long been dissatisfied with how they'd been treated. And the uprising began, and that heralded Hope Peak Academy's destruction. This is the entirety of the tragedy of Hope Peak Academy, and eventually that incident would lead to that horrifying, devastating incident. The incident that would be known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. We're excited. Danganronpa 0. What the fuck? Izuru killed 13 people? With a heavy sigh, I closed the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way 13 people were killed by Hope Peak Academy. What irony! For a genius known as the ultimate hope to cause such a gruesome incident. A talent like that is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy a juice with a bar of gold. You should be lucky that you're incompetent. What? Damn it. He always has to lead up to something offensive. He's seriously pissing me off. But ultimate hope. Nagito mentioned that before too, but it looks like it means something completely different here. What Nagito said was the true meaning of hope, but for Izuru, hope simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. I wish they'd given me one of those talents so I didn't have to envy in the reserve department. That's right, the reserve department. Here, it said that the reserve department students in the reserve department began uprising. Then what about me? Was I a participant too? No, that's not possible. There's no way. I have no reason to do something like that. Interesting. The tragedy of Hope Peak Academy has been added to your truth bullet section of the book. Anyway, I've learned about the tragedy of Hope Peak Academy, but the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is a far worse incident, right? What kind of incident was it? And who is this other student that isn't Izuru? A certain student who secretly used the incident to their advantage. Who is that? This incident is really messed up, but all it's doing is raising more questions. The mysteries just keep piling up. So, we're gonna find out who Izuru is that killed 13 students in that school, and who found out. Who was the one that found out about it? We can't go over there. Kazuichi is gone. Feels like if we go down here, maybe we're going down this way. Yep, down this way. The bio lab. Getting very freaky, guys. What the hell is this room? It's freaking cold in here. It's like I'm in a freezer or something. If I just stand still, I might up freezing to death. I sure have investigated so I can get out of here already. Well, the first thing I notice is the book on the floor with a very, very weird face on it. There's another manga just laying around here. This time the title is Manga for Morons, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Whoa, I knew it. The next one obviously be about the incident. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, huh? Just what was that incident really all about? It might turn out to be something lame. Well, we don't know. I flipped the pages of the manga and hoped that I was right. Whoa. Whoa, what's wrong with us? A story about creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrifying incidents. An incident known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Is this drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself is that grotesque? Anyway, the beginning of this creepy manga starts with the sentence. The tragedy of Hotsuki Academy was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising by the Reserve Corps students that triggered the tragedy of Hotsuki Academy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving internet online community. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in. But the movement was not confined to the internet and began spreading and eroding the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. By then, it was too late. The ends and the means had vanished, and wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak killed the weakest among them, and soon the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and death continued to spread, the shock of their actions began to disappear, as if the era was regressing to more uncivilized times. Sorry about that, guys. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while they enjoy a meal. By the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coup d'états began occurring around the world. A war waged in the name of despair. A war fought not for principles, religion, or personal gain. Just war. Pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by high school students progress to such hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization devoted to a certain student who influenced Hotsuki Academy, a group called Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hotsuki Academy's talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they used them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of the society used their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. The powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair. And with this, they created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. As long as the ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfs the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. What? My heart was racing in my chest, but my body felt ice cold. And it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, this was definitely all made up. What in the world is going on? I mean, if this is really true, then what's happening in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant. What's happened to them?
No way!
Hey, are you seriously yelling at a manga? How crazy are you? Who would enjoy reading something like this?
What?
You don't like manga? A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy. Enough. What is this messed up manga? I thought you'd obviously know about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but for you to not remember that, such despair. That's the Future Foundation's fault, though, thanks to them stealing your school memories. The incident that happened during that period had been completely removed from your brains. This incident really happened, and I actually forgot about it. There's no way that's possible.
What are you
How many
saying?
times do I have to tell you? All the clues here are real.
Hello.
Please understand, I'm rooting for you. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world. Yeah, that's bullshit. Yeah, I see. So that's how it is. That's what he meant by what he said at the beginning. Yeah. Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally gonna graduate, but on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world. That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision, whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. He's trying to make us feel despair toward the outside world, so we want to stay on this island, but there's no way I'm gonna do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope, just like now. Perhaps no. That's definitely it. The tragedy has been added to the truth bullet section. Whether or not the incident really happened, one in the world is an ultimate despair group. If they're devoted to a certain student who guided Hopesby Academy to its destruction, are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Hopesby Academy? Plus, the organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. But if they're known as Ultimate Despair, they're high school students, right? Well, if they were actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they're called Ultimates. Then, are the killings we're involved in connected to them as well? It's no use. I'm gonna freeze to death. I'm at my limit. I need to get out of here. Shivering, I ran out of the freezing room. God damn it, I left the Monokuma there. I should have... That one's gone. Phew, that was close. I nearly froze to death. So where should I go next? Yeah, if I try to go back in... Oh, I can get it! Please, can I grab it? Yoink!
I've been found.
There's no use for these mono coins, so I'm just gonna get out of here. Yeah, there's no point in being here. We got the book about the tragedy. Alright. Alright, another door. 5B. Kazuichi and Monokuma. What's going... not Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko. No, I should ignore it. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see him. Fuyuhiko.
Jeez.
Right inside this room, that bastard bear was suddenly here. He keeps glancing at me. I wonder why. It's gonna be shitty either way.
Damn right.
So I'll let you handle it. There's no way I'm gonna deal with that idiot. I don't want to do that either. Ugh. What's up, Monokuma?
Hiya.
Why, hello, Hajime. I hope you're doing pleasantly well. Oh, screw you. Are you pleasantly well? You're pleasantly well, right? What are you doing here?
No,
Well,
no.
there was another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. I got bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth? You should have done that from the beginning. I don't want to read your manga in the first place, seriously. A high school student who doesn't like manga? It's like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating hot pots, huh? I'm getting really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up. What do you need to tell me? It's about that key piece of information you've been waiting so long for.
What?
Surprise! It's about ultimate despair. Huh? Even though the term ultimate despair refers to a group these days,
Actually,
it was originally the title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, feared person alive. A high school girl? Ooh, what?
yes, indeed.
Lady Junko Inoshima? Oh, they're bringing her in this? Junko Inoshima?
Hey.
As the former Ultimate Despair, she created despair brimming with charm and humor, and created the Ultimate Despairs. What? Okay, there was one really horrible person in that group.
Don't fuck with me.
Hold on a second. I don't know what the Ultimate Despairs are, but it's not that easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some fucked up organization created by a high school girl.
Unbelievable.
Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about it.
Hey.
That holds true for Lady Junko. What in the hell? With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons of power.
Phew.
Her connections were the main reason that incident became the tragedy in the first place. So she even recruited people who would have been in the position to neutralize the threats. Wow.
Huh?
Then, what was their purpose?
Huh?
What? Like I said, why did they cause that incident? It doesn't make any sense. They had a purpose, right? There's no way they did it without any purpose.
Hey,
It was Junko Inoshima's despair. What? Her despair? What? For Junko Inoshima, despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko Inoshima as Junko Inoshima. What are you saying? I'm a stuffed plushie. Hajime is a human. It's exactly like that. Junko Inoshima is full of so much despair that she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving. For her, everything is despair. What the hell? With her overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea has been slammed right into their minds. And so, the ultimate despairs who had been recruited became nothing more than Junko's limbs. All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Junko Inoshima. Like believers making offerings to their god. Like a mother providing food to their children. They dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair, all in Junko Inoshima's name. For example, they killed their families and friends and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. What the fuck? This is getting messed up. And to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed that it was something that they had to do. Dude. So Junko, oh my god, her influence is still happening. And she created despairs that are still happening, apparently, in this world. There's no way something that crazy is possible.
What?
Do you know about the final days of the Reserve Corps students during the tragedy of Holt Peak Academy? The final days?
In other words,
Junko has the power to change people's values. This is also true of famous people throughout history. Hey, what do you mean final days? What happened to the reserve department?
of
They
course.
fulfilled their roles as disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to do. And so, 2,357 students of the reserve department all committed mass suicide. Mass suicide? Dude, what?
What'd you say?
All 2,357? So how the hell is Hajime alive? How is he here? Oops, it wasn't all of them. One person was excluded. One person was excluded, huh? I think we all know. Is that me?
Damn it!
I don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate despair? Junko Inoshima? Doesn't scare me at all. I mean,
Bastard!
Junko Inoshima is already dead. Well, that's a spoiler if you didn't finish the first game. Huh? Oh my god. Yeah. Wait, hold on. How do you know that? How do you... Wait, Ultimate Despair has been added. Reserve Department is updated. Time off for 2 seconds. If we remember the first game, spoilers if you haven't played it, we ended off the final case by, you know, banding together and proving that there is hope in all this despair, and Junko died, quote unquote. I have a theory she might be alive, but that's another time I'll explain. But she died, quote unquote. Fuyuhiko, where were you in the first game? How do you know she died? Hey Fuyuhiko, is it true what you said? Junko Inoshima is really dead? Please explain. What? You didn't see? There was a book called Manga for Morons Killing School. Oh, there's another manga. That's why. Okay, that makes sense. A bloody classroom? No, wait. Was that what you said about the killing school life? Like the killings that were involved, they were killings that happened at Holt Peak Academy. Yeah. As I recall, the mastermind took their own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. The killing school life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy. But what happened to them?
Hey!
For a manga about killing school life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind the failed killing school life was Junko Inoshima, the mastermind who took her own life, which means Junko Inoshima is dead.
Like...
It turns out that the killing school life part was part of that whole biggest, most awful whatever incident. Junko took away the memories of former students of Hope's Peak Academy and forced them to kill each other. Former students of Hope's Peak Academy, and she took away their memories? That's just like us. Apparently, the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcasted worldwide. There's a limit to being a cruel asshole. The surveillance cameras are broadcasting the whole thing?
So...
The students of Hope's Peak Academy are widely known as symbols of hope. By forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival, they're trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair all at once. That's messed up.
Huh.
But that messed up plan was what stopped Junko Inoshima failed. Junko lost to the students she placed in a trap after being overcome by the despair she created. She took her own life. Then Junko is no more. You're not reacting. I don't like that. No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monokuma's story is true or not, that doesn't matter.
Bastard!
Junko Inoshima isn't alive anymore. Then, who is our enemy? If Junko Inoshima is already dead, are the rest of the Ultimate Despairs behind this? Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings we're involved in resemble that killing school life. Well, I don't know who the hell is imitating Junko and making us go through this, but as an imitation, it's just that, an imitation.
No shit!
If the students from Hope's Peak Academy stop the real deal, then there's no way we'll lose to some fake. But if this is really some imitation, are those surveillance cameras the same too? The cameras all over Jabberwock Island? Are they broadcasted this somewhere just like the surveillance cameras during the killing school life? Interesting. Killing school life has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your journal. And Junko Inoshima, also known as the Ultimate Despair, has been updated. Man, Hajime, you totally know about that story, huh? What? Do you have a problem with that? Well, I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it. Sorry about that, guys. My phone.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, well, I'll just raise the flag. Flag? What do you mean raise the flag? What's gonna happen if you do that?
Ooh,
One step at a time,
how
you're getting closer to
exciting.
clear my character route. You're not making sense again.
Well now.
Now then, I'll give you guys my all. I'll tell you everything I know, including information about the outside and the inside.
Yeah!
I'll raise them flags like crazy. What? Do we have to leave? Leave here? Yeah, let's get out of here. Unless we have to talk to him. Whoa, huh? It changed to a different hallway again. It's so sudden. What's going to make something like this happen? No, I've already decided I'm not going to be surprised. That's right. There's no time for me to be surprised by something like this. Where? Whoa. Okay. Hi, Akane. Akane's twitching her nose like a beast, examining her surroundings. Hey, what happened?
Based on my
Well,
gut
you know,
feeling.
it's just my gut butt. I feel like someone's getting closer. Huh? What do you mean who?
So,
I don't know, it's just my gut after all.
It's just my gut.
It's just my gut! Minimaru's the best. But still, her gut is pretty impressive. From some reason, it's strangely intuitive. And Monokuma did say about the main cast coming. It's surprising, but her gut must be correct again this time. What? Who's coming though? Whoa, okay. We've got a lot more to go, it looks like. The music room. We're just going through different aspects of this school. Alright. This looks like the music room. I feel like I can see something strange. Yeah, the monument. Looks like some sort of monument. Why would there be a monument in a music room? And not just that, the marked engraved into the monument is the symbol of the Future Foundation, right? Below the symbol, there's a short passage engraved. To combat the most awful, most tragic event in human history, the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. Huh? The Future Foundation was established by the graduates of Hope Peak Academy? Aren't they known as World Ender? This is completely different. Monokuma, he completely made it up. What? Future Foundation Origins has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your... And then the not the piano. It's a very nice looking grand piano. It might be very valuable. Ibuki might have been able to play this. Aww. Let's not bring back Ibuki. Let's just continue on. We'll worry about it later. What is this? Words are floating in the air? Is this like some kind of hologram, right? The floating letters are forming a sentence. It looks like a passage from an email. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have obtained information of a person who claims to be the survivor of Hope Tree Academy. Upon further investigation, there are a total of 15 students. You may be wondering about the number of people at this time. If they're survivors of Hope Tree Academy, it's possible they may have been targeted by ultimate despair. We believe we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible, though I don't believe the group can go that far without Junko Inoshima rallying them. In worst case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of the killing school life. Also, if they are survivors of Hope Tree Academy, we should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we are still investigating the details of their origins and we haven't located them either. We will continue investigating this matter. Also, regarding a separate matter, we have received a report from a research facility on Jabberwock Island. Preparations have been complete. It seems we can proceed with the experimental phase of the Neo World program. What is it? Neo World, World Ender, Future Foundation, what? Survivors of Hope Peak Academy? 15 students? Is that about us? Excluding Chiaki, who was a part of the Future Foundation, there were definitely 15 of us, but what does survivors mean? It's like they're talking to some other world. What happened outside of Jabberwock Island? If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is really true, then the world isn't normal anymore. Maybe. I'm starting to feel like we might be better off not remembering the memories we lost. Uh-oh. The Academy Survivor has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. That's not good. I guess that's all the clues in this room. It's finally confirmed the Future Foundation is on our side, at least. They were founded by the graduates of Hope Peak Academy, and they took us in to protect us. But if that's true, Chiaki should have made that clear to us. Yeah, since the very beginning, she should have said this to us. No, as long as Monokuma was around, she probably couldn't say anything carelessly. Monokuma, if he's the Future Foundation's enemy, then his true identity must be the ultimate despairs, who caused the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The ones who are carrying out the will of Junko Inoshima are making us go through this. Also, this caught my attention in the email too. What is this research facility on Jabberwock Island mentioned in the email? What's that about? The only Future Foundation facility we found was in the ancient ruin. There's no way that's the research facility. If there really is a research facility on this island, there should be other Future Foundation members here. Somehow, there are still so many mysteries. A lot still has to be uncovered. We have no idea what's going on. It didn't switch. Oh, it did switch. Well, not that much. What's down? There's a Kane. The teacher's lounge. How much stuff did it go through? Jesus. The office. This feels different from a classroom.
Maybe.
It's probably the office, right? I mean, the room has a stuffy teacher vibe to it. The office, huh? Now that you mention it, it does look like that.
Well.
More importantly, have you seen Miss Sonia? I don't see her anywhere. How much longer is this guy gonna be obsessed with Sonia? Give it up already. Oh jeez, let's look at the hologram again. There are letters floating in the air, like the music from the music room earlier. Looks like the passage from the email someone wrote. I think it's the same one from earlier. I guess I should read it. We understand this matter regarding the survivors. In order to safely acquire them, please do your best to continue your investigation. However, you must exercise extreme caution concerning their remnant of despair. Even though they might have lost Junko Inoshima, the fact remains that they are incredibly dangerous. Even after her death, the tragedy has not ended. Perhaps there is a leader on par with Junko Inoshima. As long as we do nothing about the remnants of despair, we will not be able to end this incident. For this reason, the remnants of despair must be immediately eliminated once they are discovered. Everything is for the sake of a shining future. Immediately eliminated? Does that mean this is an order to kill them? That doesn't sound peaceful at all. Well, I guess it's understandable. Oh my god, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is as terrible as it sounds. It's pretty much an all-out war. If the remnants of despair are the ones waging that war, there's no way that they'd be forgiven that easily. Despair. The remnants of despair. Kazuichi?
This is bad.
Hey, I haven't seen Miss Sonia anywhere.
I mean...
Damn it, I'm really worried. What if something happens to me when Miss Sonia isn't looking? This guy is so useless sometimes. The blackboard. There's something written on the blackboard. What's written here? What? List of subjects is written... Wait, that's all of our names! Hajime, Chiaki, Kazuichi, Nagito, Gundam, the Ultimate Imposter, which was Byakuya, but the Ultimate Imposter, Teruteru, Nekomaru, Fuihiko, Mahiru, Mikan, Ibuki, Akane, Sonia, Peko, and Hiyoko. Are these the names I've seen before? And a newspaper. What is this? What? There's a newspaper post on the blackboard below. Hiyoko Sayonji is written there. What? What is this newspaper? Hiyoko? What in the world? Miss Hiyoko Sayonji. What is this? It says Miss Hiyoko Sayonji. This can't mean the same Hiyoko, right? I mean, the Hiyoko we knew was younger. She was much smaller and looked more childlike. It was pretty much her defining feature. What? She looks older! But the photo in this newspaper, in a way, I can see the resemblance to Hiyoko, but her height and figure is too different from the Hiyoko we knew. What does this mean? What? Huh? This lady looks pretty mature. Is she Hiyoko's older sister or something? That's way too convenient. No, it says Hiyoko Sayonji here. Oh, then Hiyoko has an older sister with the same first and last name. Dude, don't be a fucking idiot! Realize what's going on! An older sister with the same first and last name.
I mean...
That's the only explanation, right? I mean, look at it yourself. That's not Hiyoko. But, did you ever hear her mention of an older sister?
Man...
Well, it's not like I was that close to her or anything. I should have gone closer to her, but it doesn't matter.
Wrong.
She doesn't have an older sister. Hiyoko is the Sayonji family's only daughter. Of course, she would clarify that. If she doesn't have a sister, then a relative, then there's still too much. There's still too much of a resemblance.
What are you saying?
That's Hiyoko. Huh? How do you know that?
Of course not!
What are you saying? Hiyoko doesn't have a curvy body like that? Oh, so if Hiyoko was curvy, then you'd be all over her. I wouldn't like her still regardless. I mean, she was famous for her childlike figure. She got away with all kinds of crap for looking like that.
Well...
I don't know what to tell you. Maybe she had a growth spurt. What are you saying? Backwards? She is already dead. There's no way she could have had a growth spurt.
Today,
Well, regardless,
I'm feeling
all the clues I
white.
provided are true. If they weren't, it wouldn't be fair.
What's going on?
What the heck? This is the truth? If this is the truth, then the Hiyoko in this newspaper is the same one. Is he really saying this is the same person? That's impossible. I mean, how could there be a photo of a grown-up Hiyoko when she's already dead? Why does this even exist?
Hey!
Could it be related to that list of subjects over there? Huh?
This is bad.
If it says subjects, maybe it means there were some kind of experiment, right? You're telling me that these messed up people managed to reverse the age of somebody from a mature woman to a child? Did that experiment change Hiyoko's body? Oh wait, what am I saying? I love that sound effect. What am I saying? Just saying it out loud makes me sound messed up. What experiment? If it's some kind of experiment, it would mean that there were also test subjects, right? I mean, our names are also written on that blackboard under that list of subjects. But what kind of experiment was it?
What's going on?
What's going on? Better not have anything to do with that time travel. What? The list of students has been added to the Truth Bullet section. That's it? We're not going to add Hiyoko? There's a newspaper spot on the plaza where it says Hiyoko Sonia right down here. Oh my god, don't they do this again? I didn't mean to do that. Is this really Hiyoko? The Hiyoko I knew? She was much smaller and looked more childlike. But the photo in this newspaper, in a way, I can see the resemblance to Hiyoko. Oh my god, I don't want to hear this again, please. Alright, I'm out here. There's still something that looks suspicious. You mean the portrait of the founder? An extremely overwhelming portrait is hanging on the wall. I feel like I've seen it before, but the name etched into the placard says, Hope's Peak Academy founder Izuru Kamakura. Huh. The founder of Hope's Peak Academy, and this name, Izuru Kamakura. Doesn't this clearly contradict the information I obtained earlier? Damn it, another mystery. No, you should not be Izuru, because Izuru was a student. You're an old guy. Okay, with this, you totally raised all my flags on this floor. Congratulations, Hajime! You shall now go on to the next stage! Next stage? What is going on? Leave here? Are there stages now to this? Old building, 3rd floor. Whoa, damn it, not again! The hallway is different from the last time. I guess that flag Monokuma mentioned is raised. I'm moving in a different hallway than the last. But how can you do that? No, now's not the time to be confused by that. Thinking about it is going to waste my energy. Alrighty then. Okay, so we can't go that way. What's down this way? Nothing. That's the physics room. But we don't gotta worry about physics. Whoa, this is trippy. Purple? Purple. Whoa. The rec room? Alright, now everything's floating. What's going on? There's a billiard table, a dartboard, and a shelf lined with magazines. It's hard to think of a room that actually exists in the school. The file? What is this? It's a file with the Hope Academy seal on it. It says confidential. That means this is a big secret, right? Why would an important document be here? Why am I even asking a question like that? Obviously, Monokuma is responsible. Anyway, I need to confirm what's inside the file. About the Hope's cultivation plan. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy has conducted rigorous research into various talents. The Hope Cultivation Plan seeks to use the fruits of our labor to further our true goal. With our hands, we will birth a true hope that will bring hope to the entire world. Truly, the program is the next innovation in providing the ultimate education. This plan has been the Academy's wish since its foundation, so we must succeed at all costs. What followed was a series of detailed instructions and intricate orders. It was full of difficult technical terms and I had no idea what any of that meant. However, the word true hope left a strong impression on my mind for some reason. The Hope Cultivation Plan was created for the sake of birthing true hope. Hope's Peak Academy was behind something like that. I don't really get it, but there's something about these words. True hope. Huh. What does that mean? What is their definition? Hope Cultivation Plan. What does a true hope mean? There's another hologram that we get to read again. This hologram again. What's this one say? It looks like another email passage. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have finally succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them into our care. Though they were all dispersed, we were successful in acquiring all 15 of them. Due to the fact that we were unable to ask them about specific details, it is unknown how they managed to survive the tragedy. It's been reported that some were wounded, so it seems certain that they survived under harsh conditions. Over the course of our detailed investigation, we determined that they are the same age as the others. So we have decided to entrust them to the survivors of the killing school life. What? So we decided to entrust them to the survivors of the killing school life. As for the remnants of despair, there are still no solid leads regarding this matter, and we have no new information to report. We will continue with the investigation. Once they are discovered, we shall eliminate them immediately. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. What in... So... From what I'm reading about this, it looks like this takes place after. This is taking place obviously after the tragedy and the big disaster event. What I'm speculating, I don't know how this works, but the Future Foundation, or whatever it is, you know, that we know Monami and Chiaki were part of, they gathered the 15 students and brought them on an island with the goal of keeping them alive and finding the remnants of despair, and somehow Monokuma still found this island and now is focusing on them because they know that these 15 students are ultimates and they could be useful for future. But no, he's gonna instill despair upon them, and you know, now a bunch of them are dead, so that didn't work. So there's hope and despair in this. The Academy survivors added. It says that they succeeded in acquiring them and placed them in our care. That means we should have been protected by the Future Foundation, right? Then why is this happening? If the Future Foundation was protecting us, why were we forced to kill each other on this island? Well, I guess it's not possible that the Future Foundation set this all up, huh?
What's this?
My Hajime, if you keep worrying like that, you're gonna get a toothache and collapse. A toothache? What? It's your fault. What is this hologram thing anyway?
Hey,
It's exactly what it looks like. They're the Future Foundation's emails. I thought they made the perfect clue, so I did a little bit of hacking here and there to get them. You can even do that? Whoever's controlling you seems to possess many talents.
No.
Well, who cares about me anyways? That's not important at all. It actually is. Who is like because we know Junko died in the first game, so who's controlling Monokuma? They're not just a sentient being, are they? They just didn't, birth itself. Junko was taking control of them, so who's taking control of them now? What? There's no way that's not important. His true identity should connect everything to what's happening right now. I think that should be it. It looks like, yeah, we're out of here. Has the area changed? Looks like I'm in a different hallway again. I'm pretty much used to it by now, but even so... What is this space? Am I dreaming or something? I mean, this is totally disconnected from reality. We are... upside down. Akane?
It smells...
It's close. It's very close. Someone is coming. Akane's twitching her nose and examining her surroundings.
Based on my gut
They're
feeling.
definitely really close. That's what my gut's telling me. Then answer with your gut. Is it an enemy or an ally? Let's see. My gut feeling is... They're both! What? How is there both, Minimaru?
Yo,
He's right. They're both. Minimaru, what do you mean? Both? What do you mean?
you.
I don't know any details. It's just my gut after all. Well, that's true, I guess. What in the hell is going on? How do we even get out of here? Okay. This is so trippy. What in... Okay, so we can't even go in here? How the hell are we out of here? Okay, the library? Did we go in the library already or no? I don't think we did we? No, we have not. This is a new spout. Everything's trying to disconnect. This must be the library. Monokuma probably left something here too. I should hurry and find it. Well, it looks like that's it right here, the hologram. I just wonder if there's anything else that really, we can look at other than them. No, never mind, I was nothing. Alright. This hologram again. It must be another one of the Future Foundation's emails. I should read it. There's no doubt it's another clue. To the Future Foundation, 14th Division, Makoto... Makoto? What? Wait. Is that the Makoto from the first game? Where are you guys? What are you doing right now? What are you doing is a serious act of treason. Do you understand? Why are you protecting the remnants of despair? It should be abundantly clear to know to you how dangerous it is to keep these people alive. Stay calm and think about this carefully. You guys are being lied to. Think carefully about what's important to bring the light of hope to this world. The 6 of you joined the Future Foundation because you agreed with our ideals, right? The Future Foundation rescued you from the tragedy you survived and cooperated with recovering your memories. Immediately returning to the remnants of despair to our remnants of despair to our headquarters. Unless we eliminate them, the tragedy will never end. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. Okay. Reading this, Makoto and God knows who else from that first game is within the Future Foundation. They must be connected because that makes sense, because they would work together with them to be able to bring more future talents to help them out, destroy the remnants of despair. I'm surprised that he's even in this game, it looks like. This email suggests and some members looks like to be treasoning and bringing remnants of despair. Who are the remnants? This email suggests that someone was trying to let the remnants of despair escape. This email is addressed to Makoto Naegi, but he's with the Future Foundation, right? Then why was he trying to protect the remnants of despair? Did he betray the Future Foundation? Email to Makoto Naegi. Excuse me. And the remnants of despair hasn't updated. Damn, they just keep updating and updating. No, nothing from Monokuma. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. What else? Are we gonna be diagonal? Are we gonna freaking be blind or something? What's gonna happen now? Nope, still upside down. We leveled up again. Can we go in this place? Alrighty. To be. Or not to be. Whoa. That's freaky. What are we experiencing? That's a Monokuma over there. Huh? Didn't I walk into a classroom? I don't really get it, but this looks like a laundry room. There's news worrying about it, but I was in a school and now I'm suddenly in a laundry room. Yeah, I'm just gonna snag you real quick. Get over here, buddy.
No.
Gotcha. Mono coins that I can't even use, and this book. This looks like a okay, never mind then. We're gonna go to the tablet. Looks like a tablet computer. It looks like the power is on too. Is this the next clue? I picked up the tablet and immediately started examining it. What is on this tablet? Okay. Neo World Program. Neo World Program. Interesting. This word, Neo World. I seem to recall hearing it and seeing it a few times already. What? The Neo World Program has another name. Oh. Psychotherapeutic Communication Simulator. Ugh, barf. Long words. The Neo World Program is built with the most recent psychotherapy, technology, and administrative software. To develop the Neo World Program, individuals such as the Ultimate Programmer, Ultimate Neurologist, and the Ultimate Therapist were among the many talented people whose research were utilized. By mounting a device to the cranium, the Neo World Program allows its subjects to experience a synthetic virtual world. What is this? Where are we right now in this? What is going on with this information? Additionally, the Neo World Program has another feature. It can replace memories formed in the real world with information contained in a synthetic virtual world. Therefore, it is possible to undo trauma sustained in the real world due to the use of the virtual world. However, this device is for psychotherapeutic purposes only. Any other use is expressly forbidden. Though it is highly effective in treating brainwashing, abusing this device risks total personality destruction. Thus, extreme care must be exercised when operating this program. Was this used on us? Slowly, everything around me turned black. Synthetic virtual world? Program? A feeling of emptiness, like everything is being tainted. A feeling of weakness, like the world is collapsing beneath my feet. Everything is starting to feel meaningless. The desperate attempts, the sad goodbyes, the conflicts, the trust I felt until now is all disappearing until all I feel is despair. What are you screaming for? Ah! Boo, boo, boo. I screamed loudly as if I was confirming the sound of my own voice. There's no way I can accept this. I am starting to accept that. There's no way something as crazy as this actually exists.
Nice!
You gotta raise the flags more. So, okay, now another thing. I'm really trying my head to wrap my head around it. Blech. The Neo World Program brainwashes you to forget the events that happened during the tragedy. And then, were they working together with the Future Foundation? Because then they took those people and but why? Why would you do this? I need more answers. Now then, despair is waiting for you. Yeah, this is what Monokuma wants. Impossible. This is impossible. It's all made up. Everything is all made up. Made up? Including me too? The Neo World Program has been added to the Truth World section. Oh my god. And are we gonna look at that magazine or no? Can I see the tablet? No? We're gonna leave that magazine? I guess. Whoa, our entire world is falling around us.
Hiya!
Hey, how you doing? Enjoy the killing school trip? By the way, do you guys remember the speech I made in the beginning? From this point, I promise you a world truly deserving to be called a game. A game that only ones watching who can save them. The end of the world is nigh. What you gonna do? What's gonna happen? Isn't it exciting? Isn't the heart throbbing? Look forward to it! This hallway. When we first arrived here, I walked down this hallway from the classroom to get to the gym. I don't really see a resemblance, but... Oh, Sonia! What's going on?
Well,
Are you familiar with the placebo effect and the nocebo effect? What? Huh? The placebo effect is when your health improves after taking fake medicine that you believe is real. And the nocebo effect is the exact opposite, which means as long as the human brain controls all other bodily functions, if the brain believes something is real, it will become real. Why would you bring that up all of a sudden? Huh?
oh my.
Huh? I'm not sure. I do not fully understand. What the heck? What do you know whatever. What even? Oh, Monokuma? The moment you discover the truth was a lie, all hope will disappear. Screw you. 1B? We have to go to 1B, it looks like. Alright, 1B it is. Do you have to go to classroom 1B? Whoa, okay. Big object. Everything has become destroyed around us. Is this a floating object? That's impossible. There's no way something that big would be floating like this. But what in the world is this? At that moment, I looked at the object. Whoa, it started spinning. Hello, what's going on? 01100. Okay, it's okay, binary. Hello. Huh? Welcome. Who are you? Welcome to the Neo World program. What? A person? A floating person is talking to me. Who is it? No, is this even a person in the first place? Oh god, what? I'm just gonna I'm not quite a person. I'm simply an artificial intelligence program. It would make me happy if you called me Alter Ego. That is the name my master gave me when he created me. It can talk? But what are you? Alter Ego? An artificial intelligence program? I am the master program behind the Neo World program. I'm responsible for creating and overseeing this world. However, only the observer has the authority to directly influence you guys. I can't actually exert much influence. In fact, my existence is one that you don't normally meet. I'm sort of like an apartment manager or something. I may oversee the entire apartment building, but I like the power to manage individual rooms. But the virus has infected everything I'm supposed to be managing. And because of that, this world I'm managing is acting very peculiar. Hold on. My brain can't follow what you're saying. Let me gather my thoughts first. Damn it. It's that feeling from earlier again. The floating, floating, like my feet are hovering above the floor. It's like I can't feel my feet or the ground. Like I can't even balance my own existence. Hey, you should know, right? Where is this place? Tell me, what is the Neo World program? The Neo World program has omitted the data collection procedure for shaping the entire world. As such, only the data we collected during the experimental stage is being utilized. Specifically, that means the data detailing Jabberwock Island, where this research facility is located. That is why the previous Jabberwock Island's cityscape was restored. Ergo, if I am to answer your question, where is this place? The answer would be mostly Jabberwock Island. Mostly? What? Certain portions of it are different depending on the circumstances. For example, this school you're in, it appears this space is entirely under the virus's influence. That's probably why I'm appearing before you too. However, even without the virus, these circumstances are a bit unnatural. It seems the launch was rushed, and because of that, there wasn't enough time to collect any data. I'm sorry, I don't really know the circumstances of the outside world. After all, I'm simply the overseer of the Neo World program. Most of its words, I understood what they meant, but I couldn't understand what was being said. There was no way for me to acknowledge it as the truth. It would make much more sense if this was a fictional world. Wait, are you saying this is a fictional world? I feel like I can't believe what's going on here. This missing sense of reality. All the mysteries, all the truths, they're all just fiction? Is that... Even so, I need to know. I need to know what this world is. Hey, can you tell me? Hey, can you tell me? What was the Neo World program used for in the first place? The Neo World program services only one purpose. It is used to make the real world a splendid one. I guess you can say it's a program for creating hope. A program for creating hope? But the fact that we're here, and the fact that we don't have our memories, That's all the program's fault, right? Deleting memories is the first step towards replacing memory. Replacing memory data is one of the features of the Neo World program. With the installed memory control unit, it is possible to remove any time period you set it to. And from there, you upload the memories obtained in the virtual world. Removing memories of any time you set it to? So Monokuma was right. We did lose our school memories. But why? Why us? Why were our school memories taken away? There's a reason for that, right? That is a mystery to me too. Booting the program on the survivors of Hope P Academy while it's still in experimental stage. I'm sure there's a very good reason. But unfortunately, I don't know what's happening in the outside world. I'm sorry. Are you saying we're lab rats? That's the only thing I can think of. It sounds like we're just lab rats. The Future Foundation did that to us? But they're trying to save the world, right? Or is the Future Foundation not our ally? I'm sorry, I can't provide that much help. If only I was more reliable. I wouldn't have lost my authority to a virus like this. All these new worlds make my head feel like it's about to burst. Can you tell me more about the Observer and that virus? Well, for this session, the Neo World program was programmed to house 15 people, along with 2 monitors. 2 monitors? Yeah, Monokuma and Monomi. Yeah, they were disguised as the teacher and one of the students. Never mind, it was Monomi and Chiaki. They were intended to guide the participants in this way. By the way, the observer in the teacher role has been given the authority to influence you all. But the observer in the student role was not. They weren't given any special authority at all, so they'd seem the same as everyone else. What kind of authority does the teacher role have? So what did Monomi have? As an example, the teacher creates the rules of this world and manages them. If the teacher is properly managing the rules they created, there's no risk of abuse. But because of the virus infecting everything, that has changed. It changed this world where violence shouldn't have existed in the first place. The Neo World program would have promised eternal peace. But just like the outside world, it's become a world filled with violence and death. So if I'm understanding what this person is saying, by the way, I think we all can understand. This is, I forgot their name. This is a very close resemblance to the Ultimate Programmer in the first game. Like, close resemblance. This is them. Ripping the chat for them, honestly, you know. But what they're trying to say is, we're in a virtual world, but how then do you justify the 10 to 11, I don't know, it's like 11 students who are dead right now? They're killed, they're gone. Are we saying that they're still alive, but not entirely? So there's still 5 people left who are willing to accept despair or continue on living and create hope in this eternal peace. But what happens to the other 10 to 11 people? Do they just stay dead forever? Do they like go back to the real? Because right now we're not in the real world. We're in the virtual world. This is all virtual apparently. Our memories were taken and filled in with something else. That's what I'm making of this right now. But how do we get out of here, and how do we... Can we get the other students back? Can we get everybody alive again? Or bring them back to life? It's become a world filled with violence and death. What is that virus? I don't really know the details behind its true identity, but that function is beyond my capabilities. No matter how much I try to stop it, it behaves as if it already knows what I'm attempting to do. In the end, it stole the portion of my abilities which contained my authority to build the world. It was like it was a grandmaster chess player. I desperately tried to fight back so it wouldn't have complete control. But even so, a portion of the world has been modified at its convenience. She's probably talking about Monokuma Rock and the Funhouse. Based on what she's saying, it sounds like she's on the receiving end of a one-sided attack. But alter ego should be an impressive artificial intelligence that the Future Foundation created. I can tell just by communicating with her. Which means this supposed virus is so smart that it surpasses this alter ego. So you're telling me this virus is so smart, it even outdid the ultimate #1 programmer in the world, and this virus managed to outbeat what this ultimate programmer did. That is deadly. If so, does that virus possess an artificial intelligence just like her? Damn it, what the heck? An artificial intelligence waging an attack against one another? Another one? That's so freaking irritating. But how did that virus infect the Neo World program? The Neo World program exists in isolation. It's impossible it was infected through a network. I'm fairly certain someone physically uploaded it. God damn. Physically? Perhaps someone secretly brought in an external memory drive containing the virus into the facility. So somebody brought it in, but somebody still made that virus. But who made that virus? And directly uploaded it to the main computer where the Neo World program is installed. Based on my calculations, that's most likely what happened. It was brought to the Future Foundation's facility, but the only person who could enter that facility is someone who was a member of the Future Foundation. So somebody under the Future Foundation apparently was overtaken by this despair, and then they, you know, betrayed them, but we don't know who that is. Damn it, what am I thinking? I don't know either, dude. I'm so lost. Why am I assuming that what I just heard is the truth? Why am I assuming that everything's a lie? Observers. Yep, Chiaki and Manami. And the Neo World program has been updated in my handbook. But it's true that the virus is powerful and that I'm completely overwhelmed by it. But I'm still able to defend the essential areas. So it has a limit too. A limit? If it took over an observer, then it has to follow the rules of an observer. Such as, in order to end the program and release everyone, I need to follow the correct procedure and...
Hey!
Okay.
Come on
Even
now!
though you're just a guard in the machine, that's enough hints for you! What?
How strange.
You're gonna say something more. Suppose that you exist between light and death. The death is yourself is inevitable. If so, it can be parallel to... The delusion based on the definition of existence that constitutes a relationship. From there, the paradigm... The result, being cut off rapidly, causes a situation where your own existence is unobservable and... Excel isn't crossed with a joint ownership of the world, and the association from the context invites you. Death, 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 death. Death, death, death. Hey. Death, 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 death. Death, 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 death. Death. Whoa. This is... Death. What the heck? What just happened? You're right there, aren't you? What? Someone is right there, right? What is going on? Huh? Who are you? Are you different from the earlier one? Maybe he can't hear my voice from this side. I'm currently talking to the world through alter ego. What? Ever since you guys vanished into that space, the video feedback has been pretty distorted, so somebody's talking to us from the other side. But even so, we were forced to watch you this entire time. Huh? The things you guys were forced to do, we were forced to watch it. What? Forced to watch us? I really want to save you right away, but because of the virus's interferences, I couldn't. Our orders are no longer to be being accepted, including shutdown requests. The Neo World program is beyond our control now. In that world, that person created an independent country that doesn't accept outside interference. But Alter Ego created an opportunity for me to speak to you directly. So, the Neo World program brought us here, the virtual world, to give us a safe haven. But then this virus that somebody created got Monokuma in here, and now Monokuma is now taking over and killing everybody off. And they wanted to stop it, but they couldn't stop it. But my question, I still have some questions. Why would they bring them into this program? What is the benefit of that? Why not keep them on the other side with the other team? Why bring them into this virtual world? And who are these Neo World members? We need to know more. If this means that's working, then it means that the person I need to talk to is right there, I hope. It looks like this guy can't even hear me or see me. Just who is this guy anyway? Is he our ally? Since there's no time, I'm gonna say what I need to say and believe you're listening to me. They're listening to me. But first, I should apologize to everyone. I know apologizing would help, but we didn't imagine something like this would happen. So we didn't imagine that they would get killed. We never expected it. Such an atrocious virus was lurking inside of the Neo World program. But that's entirely our fault. It's our responsibility for realizing it until it was too late. But it's not just the virus either. I can't say for sure that the program didn't have any problems in the first place. To tell you the truth, I was unsure about whether or not to run the program on you guys. But this was the only way to save you all. Why? I wanted to save you guys. Save us? How does this save us from the real world? What did he want to save us from? Why would this... That's the question I want to know. Why would you want to save us from a real world filled with despair and the ultimate despair remnants? What does this help us from? You've already seen the password to enter the graduation exam ground, right? You know, 11037, 11037. 11037. That's the number we find at Nezumi Castle. The door to the ancient ruin was supposed to open after you finished gathering the hope fragments. From there, you guys were supposed to challenge the graduation exam. However, I prepared a password just in case something went wrong. So, okay. I'll talk more in a second. Like I said earlier, I had my doubts that this program would be was perfect, even if the chance was slim. I thought the observer might end up going rogue. That's the reason I left that 11037 password in a place where the teacher role would not be able to go to. I gotta give props then. I know I'm like riding on this guy so much, but dude, the fact that Nagito Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student, was able to figure this out, that he must have known. He must have known we were all in a simulation, and then found out this password. Now I see why his personality switched to full 180, because he was the only one. He knew everything. He knew we were in a simulation at that point. He knew this password, and he wanted us to figure it out so badly, but we weren't getting nowhere, and it literally costed him his life to not only figure out what this password was, but to find out an observer, but in turn kill one of the observers. Was that a good option? I don't know. I never thought guys, I cannot write this. I never thought Nagito, who saw it first, would erase that password. He's that lucky. He's that lucky. Anyway, I'm also the person who set the password to that number. That number contains a secret. Someone close to me left that number to save me when I was in a dilemma. Can you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm entrusting that will to you all. I entrusted you into your future, but that person is trying to abuse the graduation exam. I'm sure they are going to crush you with despair on using the graduation exam that's waiting for you. But I want you guys to endure without giving up on hope. I want you guys to withstand it until I get there, because I have a secret to defeat them. Does that mean he has a secret plan to defeat Monokuma, so he has the plan? In a worst case scenario, where an observer who has the role of a teacher goes rogue, I've prepared a hidden command to use at the graduation exam site. It's the forced shutdown sequence. Forced shutdown sequence? Even a teacher's authority can't stop that command. It's a way to end this so you guys can choose your own independently of the observer. Which means, even if they stole the teacher's authority, they shouldn't be able to stop it. If you use that, you guys will win. However, in order to start the forced shutdown sequence, you need more than half the number of people. And in order to do that, I need to somehow get that number. Oh no! Death. The program. Oh my god. Death, 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 death.
Say what?
Was that just now? Hey, Hajime, what was that weirdness? Even he doesn't know! He didn't understand what just happened. Nothing really. I see.
Anyway.
Well, anyway, that's all the hints you're gonna get. If that no-go artificial intelligence tells you any more useless stuff, I'm gonna butt in again. Did Monokuma not notice what just happened? It's been a while since I've spoken at length, but it was important to talk to you. It was worth waiting a long time here. Hey, what about that guy earlier just now? There shouldn't be anything else for you to ask me. I see. It'd be bad if Monokuma overheard us. That means Monokuma doesn't know about the conversation I had with that guy just now. You guys have a weapon, a very powerful weapon. It all depends on how you guys use that weapon. That's the only thing I can do. Is prevent the virus's invasion with all my might so you guys can use that weapon. The rest is up to you all. Do your best. Do our best, huh? But what do we have to do our best at? The mystery's getting solved. I'm finally starting to see the truth. But what are we supposed to do when that truth is really a lie? We know we're working towards a conclusion that nobody wants to hear. But still, do we need to work hard and do our best? Is there really a reason to do our best? If everything was a lie, then isn't everything just meaningless? It's the same for the killings too. Even though we had to experience something as painful as that, something as tragic as that, wouldn't all that be meaningless too? When the world is flipped over and becomes so irrational, what am I supposed to do? 11037 has been added to the truth bullet section. Shutdown sequence. This is the final bullet that's gonna save our lives. That's what we need to use. That was something else. Uh-oh. And we're back.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
He's tired of this.
It's time for the long-awaited graduation exam. Please enter the red door located on the first floor of Hope's Peak Academy. See you soon.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, or however you like to be referred as. A red door, huh? It's just a waste of time thinking about what this all means right now. For now, I need to finish this. I just need to focus on that. Here we go. The red door. This is it. He means this red door, right? Do I just have to go in here? If I do that, will this be finished? Whoa. Whoa! 0101010101. Whoa. How far is this gonna go? Whoa. The numbers are getting trippy. To the light we go. Class Trial Grounds 1. Huh? This place. We're all here.
Yo.
Looks like everyone's here.
Damn right.
It seems that this is gonna be the final place.
However,
This place is literally from a couple minutes ago. Is this the final, or the trial field? This is the final one. This is it, guys. But why is this a trial field? It looks like this. It looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different from the one different than the one from before. Excuse me. We've been here before, right? Yeah, this should be the place that the door at the ancient ruin leads to.
Hey,
Huh? It seems pretty strange that we've been in the other building up till now.
damn it.
Feels like we're dreaming or something. If this place is a dream, then this is very.
welcome.
So you finally arrived! Congratulations! You guys are the first ones to ever beat this game! After stopping by Hilt's Peak Academy, you finally come back to this place! To the graduation exam site within the ancient ruins of Jabberwock Island.
You.
I can give it a fancy name like graduation exam site, but it's no different than the trial ground from before. From before!
Phew.
This trial ground actually inspired the one from before, so in a way, this place is the original!
Hey,
Who cares? The graduating exam means we can finally go home, right?
Of course.
Of course! If that's what you guys decide on.
huh?
And if we just have to decide, what do we have to do?
Now then.
Please take a look at the LCD touch panel built into your seats. Whoa! Compared to the other trials, the rules are much simpler this time.
Yes, indeed.
There are two options, graduate and repeat, right? You just have to choose one of them and press it. All of you will cast your vote, and whichever one has the majority will be considered your final decision. If you don't press either of them, it will be treated as an absence and will not be counted.
In other words.
Which means everyone who has dialed up till now will have their votes treated as absences. Or as died until now.
Then.
Then the result is based on a majority vote.
Hmm.
If graduate is chosen by a majority vote, from there, the event that's kind of like a graduation ceremony called the graduation program will begin. Even if we do the stupid majority vote, the result is already pretty damn obvious. Come on, let's move this along. We can press it now, right?
No.
You can't do that yet.
Hmm.
I mean, your resolve hasn't firmed yet, right? And your will to be swept away by society's harsh current.
Shut up! Shut up!
Shut up, who the hell cares? I'm gonna press it.
What's this?
My. Which of your orifices are you using to spew bile? To participate in the graduation exam, you need my final say as you're teaching, you know? What does that mean it won't end just by majority vote?
That's right.
After the vote, I'm gonna judge every single one of you to see if it's okay for you to graduate or not.
Damn it!
So even if we vote, you're saying we won't graduate unless you acknowledge it?
Well...
I'm terribly sorry for being rude earlier.
No way!
But you don't have to worry. There's no way I won't acknowledge your graduations. This is merely formality. I'm just doing it because that's how it has to be. He's doing it because that's how it has to be. It doesn't mean he can exert his will over everything. He too has a limit. Is this what alter ego was talking about?
Anyway,
even if you don't want to do it, you guys still need to do it to solve the mystery. Afterward, you cast your majority vote, and from there we move on to the graduation program. But why do we have to go through something so dumb? Well, that is... You said you're waiting for the main cast, right? Which means you're just stalling for time, right? Who's the main cast? Who's the remote? Oh no, don't worry about it. It has nothing to do with you guys.
that is...
There is no way it has nothing to do with us. Why? We are the only ones who are involved, you know.
so
Doesn't
annoying.
matter if you're involved or not. You're just a bunch of chumps in the big picture. That's why it's nothing to do with you. Just perform your roles without complaining.
You piss
Hold
me
on.
off.
What's with that chump moment or comment?
I can't ignore that.
I can't ignore that. Love Minimaru. Not that it's important or anything, but make sure you turn off that toy.
I won't
How dare you
forgive
treat him like a toy?
What's this?
I did treat him like a toy. You got a problem with that? Whoa, Akane. Please, I created everything. You're actually picking a fight with me? I'm basically a god. Just how promising can you guys be? You can't fight with him. You gotta keep going through. You can't fight him though, like physically. I guess this is just the nature of life. Fine then, before you die, sear my power into your memories. Oh. What is he doing? Yeah, let's save. Might as well. Whoa! Okay. So he's going to go... what? What does that say? What does that say? The top right. 11-year-old Russian... Okay, so... We're gonna end this episode off here. I have a couple things to say before I go into my intro. If you guys did not know, clearly that person who was talking to us was Makoto from the first game, the quote-unquote ultimate hope. He was the one who contacted us and told us there's one way to get out of here, and it has to do with us working together to be able to majority vote graduate with hope to get out of this. I don't know how the hell we're gonna do that. We have a pretty much God on our hands who's gonna go all out on us to inflict despair on us to make sure we don't get out of here. But in the next episode of Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair, I think I can say this naturally. Like 2 episodes ago I made this claim, but it isn't, it wasn't true, but now it is. We're going to the last episode of this series. In the next episode, we are going to start and finish the 6th and final case of Danganronpa 2. We're going to figure out what is this ultimate, weapon that we have to defeat Monokuma. We're going to endure all the despair that he's going to inflict on us to prevent us from leaving us to the real world. And all in all, everyone is going to hopefully work together to escape this place, flip off Monokuma, and get the hell out of here to ensure future hope. And just, again, thank you so much to anybody who's been watching this series. It's been incredible. This is one of the first series and one of the big series I've ever done on this channel, and it's been a blast ever since I started. But in any case, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and drop a comment down below. And also, if you want to see the last episode of Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair, hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that notifications bell. It lets you know when I post any videos, including the final episode in the future. And with that being said, this is officially it, boys and girls, the case 6. We got a lot on our hands. Hope and despair are at stake. Who's gonna win? Are we gonna win? Is Monokuma gonna win? Will despair prevail, or will hope prevail in the end? I can't wait for this. But all in all, thank you very much for watching this video, guys. And definitely, you all stay safe out there.